My wife's a woman. She thought that I was talking to her, and I wasn't, and hilarity ensued.
Welcome to Monetize This, everyone. Episode number 25. We are live. No intro needed tonight. Let's get right to the sexy. How about that?
Yeah.
Right to the sexy. Dave, what's up? Jesse's here too. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, my brothers?
We played a hell of a joke on Tommy earlier with Jesse. How about that?
Thought that was funny.
I'll probably
Hey,
play
the man.
I'll probably pay the man. I'll probably play the clip of it again later for everybody. But welcome to Monetize This. Everybody who was waiting, I am sorry to start late, but Leah came out of the shower and was like, "Hey, I wanted you to come in here with me." And that was at like 11:25, and I was like, "Well, I got to get out of here."
That's what was going on when you told me to wait.
Yeah,
I've been sitting on dead air on fucking Skype for a half hour.
I have a great excuse for not being here.
It is a great excuse.
That is an epic excuse. Like, that is like one of the only excuses. Like, kids have to go to the hospital would be maybe number one, but girl wanted to hook up. That's number two.
Well, you could have just said, "Hey, I'll call you back," not left me on Skype for a half hour. I'm sitting there singing to myself and shit.
I didn't know I was going to last that long is the problem. I didn't know that.
Surprised even you.
That's why I was like, 5 minutes, I'll be right
more
back.
Probably, but hey.
I was like, 5 minutes, I'll be back here. It'll be all set.
Right, 5 minutes. Optimistically, 5 minutes, I'll be right back. So let
me ask you something. This is weird. The more turned on I am, the longer it goes. Is that weird?
Really? I don't know.
It's the opposite of what.
Sex. My virginity has grown back, so it's like.
Well,
I've been married for 12 years. So
I've done the same thing. Virginity comes back if you don't do it enough. You can't do it it goes quick. But no, for some reason, when I'm turned on, it lasts longer. When I'm not turned on, or like the other person doesn't care, they're just like, all right, let's do it. Like it just happens really quick because I think I start going into like a masturbation time. But like when somebody is like, "Oh yeah, put it in me and let's go," and like, "You better do this," like I start being like, it's fucking game time.
Yeah, like World Series Game 7 type situation. I can see that.
It's really weird.
You're Madison Baumgartner of sex.
Yeah, that's why there was a girl I used to get mad at her because she'd be like, "Oh, come on, hurry up," and stuff. And I'd be like, "Well, but aren't you gonna be like, you suck? Like, this." I feel like
I can see that.
So I was like,
that makes sense.
I would rather the girl be like crazy, but then girls that I used to hook up with back in 2005 and like 2006 or more 2006, they'd be like, I had some crazy chicks, and like one night, I came 3 times, but it was 6 hours, and it was like late at night, like all night, and the fucking sun came up, and it was like, wow. But then I can remember one girl being like, yeah, let's do it, and then she doesn't do anything, but we're doing it. And I was like, oh, and I was like, is she thinking that I suck? Because actually her sucking made me suck.
Yeah, well, see, it's like, I guess with anything, if you don't think the other person's into it, you don't really give a fuck. And
right.
Like, I guess an orgasm can be like, or
Yeah. Like the more if you lay there, it's not even gonna be anything. It's gonna be like, ooh, I'm gonna be like 5 inches. 4 inches or 5 inches, and I'm just gonna be like, and just it's over. But if you're like, let's go, daddy, like let's do this, and it gets crazy. I last longer. Like it's like becomes like a fucking like a triathlon or something. I don't know what it is. I think that's opposite though. I feel like the sexier the girl acts and is, usually guys go, oh, but it's the opposite with me. It makes me go, no, it's game time now.
I think it's true when you're younger. I think when you're younger,
okay,
the hotter the girl is and the more sexy it is, the quicker you're going to come. But as you get older and sex becomes more of a routine thing, you need that fucking passion. You need that goddamn that sexiness to get you up for it, literally and metaphorically.
But
so,
it doesn't
sense.
It won't just get me up for it though. It will keep me going with it. Is what the point is.
That's what
I'm
saying. Like getting you up, like the Madison Baumgartner type thing, like game time. Like
Jesse, you know what we're talking about.
Jesse's never had sex.
That's bullshit. I fucked him twice.
Yeah, but that's receiving, not taking. He didn't put his dick in you.
You there, Jesse? No, he's just.
It's gonna be one of those shows.
Well, where's Tommy is what I want to know. What the hell happened to him? Is he dead?
He might be dead.
All right, I'm going to try to find Tommy. While I try to find Tommy, I want to let you guys know I was working on a love song. I was on Ashley Madison the other day, and I was thinking about how wonderful Ashley Madison is for all you married people who want to get away from your women. And I wrote a love song inspired by it. So let's play that now while I try to find Tommy C, and we can continue monetize this. Here you go, a love song. I'd like to hear the new song I'm working on.
Yeah.
Here it goes. Yes. Yes. Yes, I want to be inside of you. 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 You text me and sext me at night. My erection shows as I send you the invite. Hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. And take it in and out. Your pussy drips like ice, melting in the heat. You want to please, but first I have a treat. Open your mouth, you can take it in and out. Oh, open your mouth, you can take me in and out. Hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. You are not my wife. But I'll make you come. You are not my wife, but I'll make you come.
You can't sing, you dumb bastard!
I'll make you come. I will make you come tonight. I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I am the beast tonight. As you orgasm in the light. In the light. In the light tonight.
Jesus Christ. Rammstein might buy that off of you.
Hold you down tonight.
I'll hold you down, you dumb bastard!
Soon to be a #1 hit from Rammstein.
Oh man, it's amazing the inspiration you can
Next
get
thing you
from.
know, you're gonna hear that shit coming out, and you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
It's amazing what you can hear when you how you can get inspired from Ashley Madison, a website that that basically promotes cheating on your wife or husband.
Nice.
I think my song's better than theirs, which was like, it's like I don't like my wife, so I'm on this channel tonight. Like, it's like
I'd pay $1 for the Halloween nigga.
Halloween nigga's a little better, but I did like it was.
I know, I like this one.
Yeah.
This one's got more.
I thought it was, I didn't think it was bad. I just thought the other one was so original, though.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
It's just funny.
I think it's
Especially if you're looting and shit. You got that in your headphones. Can't go wrong.
I think this one's the best when you're like, oh, it's a love song, and then all of a sudden, I'll hold you down tonight.
Isn't that how you love?
Because you are not my wife. All right.
It doesn't surprise me that there's now a website that is just pointed directly at the cheating market. Because let's face it, cheating could be $1 billion industry.
Oh my God.
Well, it might be becoming that because, I mean, where am I going to go for love? I'm not going to go to those other sites because I'm afraid that person might have a boyfriend who wants to kill me, or like they might be lying to me. But I just Ashley Madison.
You go to the fucking S&M sites and you find out people's underneath parts, and then you already know the real them. You don't go to fake ass sites where they tell you what they fucking the superficial shit.
I keep getting messages from Ashley Madison because I forgot I signed up to do that prank I think 2 years ago. So like every second in email it's like, Ashley Madison, we found a match for you or something. And it's
I'm not going to any fucking S&M sites, Jesse. I don't need to go to your I'm not going to your red room of pain. Fuck that. What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, you damn right. We got tools in here.
I'm sure that the biggest one being you.
Hey man,
my God.
It's a good thing my car's next to the bedroom because I can hook the car battery up.
Oh jeez.
So Jesse deleted all his stuff today, and he was having issues with
freaked everybody out. Yeah.
With stuff. So that gave me the idea, the fact that Jesse was having real issues, because Tommy was like, tell me what's wrong with him and what's going on. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna make up that Jesse wants money to be on the show. And I was like, let me do this. This will be funny, and I'll tell Tommy because I know Tommy will believe anything. Like if one of you guys told me, like if somebody told me, like Dave told me or Tommy even told me that hey, Jesse wants money to be on the show, I would have laughed immediately. Like I would have laughed out loud because I feel like I know Jesse.
No, yeah, exactly. You would have laughed because that's a bunch of shit.
And right, but it's just so funny that Tommy believes that that could be possible. And that's why it's so funny. He's so funny. He's so New York or New Jersey.
Because
I don't know.
we're all, I think in Tommy said we're all teetering on the edge of disaster at any fucking time.
Yeah.
So when something disastrous potentially does happen, it's like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, well now Tommy thinks that Jesse owes money to loan sharks and people who are scamming him. And you wouldn't believe the stuff. Jesse, your buddy over there.
Come on, Cronin, we gotta help him.
Joe, Jesse, your buddy that you talk about all the time. I'm not going to mention it here because I don't know how much you don't want me to say, but he thinks you're getting scammed by people.
Oh, jeez.
That's because he's a conspiracy theorist.
I know.
There you go.
I know. I tried to explain to him that there's this guy didn't just come out of the blue, he whatever, and he's like, well, they're all like that over there in that area.
Right?
That's what you get for living in that place.
America?
So I don't know. So this was me earlier, in case you hadn't seen the video, of me telling Tommy that Jesse actually wants to get paid to be on the show, or he's leaving, and Tommy, believed it. Hey,
what's going? Is he there?
No, he's not. He's not on the phone now. No.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he was like,
he's making a move.
I don't know. He's making a move. Listen to he just goes right into New York. He's making a move. He goes. I didn't want to have to do this, and I felt so bad, sort of. But I just put so much time into this and everything that, he's like, I want to continue. And he's like, I'd like to be a bigger part of it, but I would need something which would at least.
I know you can't afford to pay him. I don't even think you're monetizing your raw views anymore, are you?
Not too much. Although the the Survivor Series blew up and it's got monetized at 10,000 views, and it's at 210,000. But no, he's like he goes, and and if you can't, then I just figured you probably couldn't anyway, and I just walk away and I gotta figure something out. But I just he's like, at least $100 a week would be.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? You can't afford that. You can barely pay your fucking bills.
Oh my God, Tommy!
Oh my God!
Oh my God! That's such the Tommy reaction.
I was gonna say $50, and I was like, no, I'll just be real ridiculous and see if he notices. I'll be like $100 a week. But I just he's like, at least $100 a week would be.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? You can't afford that. You can barely pay your fucking bills as it is.
Oh my God!
I just can't laugh. I couldn't take it.
Did anybody?
I'm fucking with you.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Hey, I'm fucking with you. He's like, oh God, oh God, he's just relieved.
Just relief washed over him.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh God.
I love how you
like
did make it
$100.
sort of realistic, though. I mean, you didn't go too crazy with the number, but it was still too much. It was more than fucking you'd be able to do, so it made him like flip out.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
wasn't like, oh, he's asked me for 1,000. That would have just ruined it, you know. But like 100 was like a perfect spot. Cause
it was semi.
That's
he would have
perfect
still
time,
acted
too.
that way. Oh shit.
That's too fucking funny.
Oh man. I was losing it. I thought of it like immediately. I thought of it. I don't know why. I was like, immediately. I was like, oh man, I bet you we could get Tommy pretty good with this.
You could just use some bear mace.
A week would
That was
be.
great, dude. I fucking was saying it back to myself today just to make myself laugh.
Oh my God!
It's,
My God!
it'll take down a bear.
Take down a bear.
You
Yeah.
want to
Like,
hear something kind of ironic?
oh, where's that? I gotta play that clip of me making fun of Dave Rose the other night. Like,
That's too funny.
I've got
I love how
pepper
we just
spray.
make fun of people. We're nice guys.
You,
Hold on a
you
minute.
wanna-
Hold on a minute. You guys hear that? Do you guys hear
fuck
that?
you.
There's something
Fuck
in my
you.
ears.
Fuck you
No,
all.
no, seriously.
Go
What is
ahead,
that?
Dave. What were you
What
saying
is
about
that?
what?
What were you saying? Wait, what is this?
Fuck you guys. Fuck
There's some
you,
crazy
man.
tech-
I was
Oh my God!
having epilepsy.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Do you want to hear something kind of ironic?
Oh my God!
Yes, I do. I want to hear it.
You gotta save that.
Oh my God.
Tommy doesn't even have to be here. We'll just play this all night.
I
Like,
know. We'll just play that. That's all we need.
I gotta find Tommy's best laugh moments.
yeah.
So last week we were talking about Scott Stapp. Remember Creed and shit?
I knew exactly you were gonna go to this. The fucking Facebook thing. I was
It's so good.
losing my mind. I was like,
He's
what?
actually fucking broke now. It's so good. We were talking about this asshole last fucking week.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, now he wants to come unmonetize this, the bastard.
And sure the fuck enough, the guy is living in a Holiday Inn and he's broken about a homeless.
Do you think that he's in there because he told someone he was Scott Stapp and they were like, they're letting him in there? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm not doing
He
drugs.
said, you mean he said, I'm Scott Stapp, and they were just like, well, come on in with arms wide open? Like
Yeah.
that?
Right?
Yeah. I
Oh
don't
Hey,
know.
but
my
he's got
God.
his fucking hand wide open now looking for change.
He's got his fist in his ass. I can't believe that we were talking about Creed like last week and then bam, Scott Stapp makes a fucking video on Facebook about how he's not crazy and he's living in a Holiday Inn and he got robbed by the IRS. I mean, come on.
That was
Evening,
good.
gents.
Hey, what's up, Dave Rose?
It's Rose, man.
How you all doing?
Better than Scott Stapp.
I think they
Apparently. Sad state.
unreal. What?
Wasn't he part of Alter
It's
Bridge
not
as
a
well?
sad state. It's not a fucking sad state.
Well,
any of these asshole fucking rock
If you have
stars-
some compassion, for your fellow human
I
being,
have
I
plenty
guess.
of
But,
compassion. You know what I don't have
that's
compassion
just a side,
No.
thought.
You know what I don't have compassion for? I don't have compassion for rich fucking millionaires who don't manage their money properly and don't fucking learn from the people that come before them and wind up broke. That's what I don't have fucking compassion for. Don't come to me with that shit. Don't come to me with that shit.
You know, it's hard for me to gauge. So I don't want to stay away. I
We
want to stay.
apologize to all our listeners. Dead on Dave is on his rag this week.
I am not on my rag. I don't need to hear about fucking people who've made millions of dollars in their lives who can't manage their money and now fucking paying for it. I don't need to have
Relax.
compassion
You'll
for
live
that.
longer.
I don't need to have compassion for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I stand
Latrell
with him.
Sprewell. Remember Latrell Sprewell of
Yeah.
the fucking Timberwolves? I can't pay my kids. Had $100 million contract.
different
I gotta
story.
feed my kids. Shut
That's
the fuck up with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since. Ooh, I'd like to lick that My Little Pony.
They're like the same, they look like the old ponies.
Yeah.
They were totally
Yeah.
like, just get the old molds out. We'll start, we'll put a different picture on the bottom.
Yeah.
You know,
Leah's telling me about My Little Pony. Nobody can hear what she's saying, but she's talking about My Little Pony.
I'm talking to you, not them.
Oh, well, I mean, nobody's talking, though, when you're talking.
Yeah, because we all want to hear.
yeah, we will.
I was inside you.
I've been saying for a long time, dude. You got to get her. She'd be a fucking great addition to this show. Shit.
She puts on a mic. It would
Well,
work.
because it's funny because I could just see her putting every single one of us in our place at one point or another in the show, and then like, it'd just be hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that's what she's doing. I crack cocaine and drugs. I wasted all my cash. The bank's wide open. Under the white stuff, Yeah, he's I don't know. Like he's either in a crazy state and he is on drugs and things have gone bad, or he was at one time and he's honest now. And I don't fucking know. I don't care. I don't understand.
Mark my words. It will be 1 month before we start hearing rumors of a Creed fucking reunion. That's how these things work. It's how it always work.
Balance my budget tour.
The last time they played was
the balance my budget tour. It's exactly what it'll be.
The last time they played was 2012, by the way.
That was only a couple years ago. See, they can easily do a comeback tour. There you go.
Right. Bring it back, Scott Stapp.
I would rather pay not to have that happen.
I agree with that shit.
Yeah, please.
Take my money and leave.
Just start a
Just don't play.
Yeah, start a Kickstarter, Scott, and get the money, and just you don't reunite. How about that?
The PayPal tour coming away.
There you go.
Before we all kill ourselves.
Get your tickets through PayPal.
So, Joe, you were briefly talking. I just called in when you were talking, so I had to mute the channel. But you were talking about the whole thing I was talking about the other day with you guys about the bear training.
Yeah.
Should I go into more detail for your listeners there?
You can go into more
fruit, please. Talk about Mason
how would
bears.
you utilize this in Ferguson? That's what I wanted to know.
Well, you could actually probably.
Wait a second here. Before you do
that.
that.
In Canada, you can take these courses, which is called Bear Safe or Bear Aware, and it teaches you how to deal with a bear if you ever confronted with one. So how to use things around you to defend yourself, how to try to scare it away, how to use weapons or
yeah, right.
It teaches you how to use firearms or even bear spray against these things and how to just anticipate their moves and stuff. So, here in Canada, you got things like that. And it was funny because Joe and everyone else I was talking to was just totally amazed at that fact. And, I can understand that because, this sort of thing really isn't that common in more urban areas, Boston or...
Yeah, and I don't think...
thrown off by it. It was more that... Weren't you guys talking about using that with Ferguson?
It's also funny because it's like a... it's kind of like a Canada type of stereotype.
It's the Canada thing, just like the like the dog sledding.
It's just listen to this. This is after you hung up last night, I think. You fucking bitch! I pepper spray a bear. You say goodbye.
Take it easy.
Right. Bye. You got off the phone, guys. Dave Rose got off the phone, but then, for a second, we were still all on the call, and I.
Take it easy.
Right. Bye.
It's going in the eye.
It's going in your ass. You fucking bitch! I pepper spray a bear.
That was a fucking dead-on impression.
I wish I had him saying that. Up in camp, I'm trained to pepper spray a bear. It was fucking unbelievable. Holy shit! All right, good night, guys. Good night. See, you missed that.
That's great.
Don in the comment says only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh man, only you can prevent the bear from eating you. You fucking.
It was so great. It's so what we expect from you at this point too, because it was just so out of nowhere. We're talking about Ferguson. Well, in Canada, mace bears. I'm like, what the fuck? This man is wonderful.
Yeah, and they're black, so it works.
Yeah, you went into
this simple-minded Canadian. All he can equate a riot to is a bear coming to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's why it was so funny. It was so stereotypical, riots and shit. Fuck that. I learned how to spray. I learned how to mace a bear. The damn
Americans thing. Scared of people running at him. How about a bear?
When it would get really bad, what we would do is we would take some gasoline if we had it. We'd make a circle around the cabin far enough away that it wouldn't catch fire, and we'd start a fire with wood, and there'd be a big circular fire, and the bears would stay away for hours after that because they'd smell the burning char and they didn't want to be there. And it just starts going into some sort of story. Oh, 662, I meant to take your call. I'm sorry I lost you. Call again, we'll figure it out.
I get so sick of hearing all these American riots. They don't know nothing about riots. Wait until I tell them about the 97 bear riots. That was something to behold.
The bear riots of 97.
The bear riots of 97 in Calgary. It was amazing.
We had to use beavers to beat them back.
You talk about the Calgary Stampede. This is what it's named after. Tony, what's up?
What up, man?
Oh, nothing much. Just watching the Ferguson stuff. You get the KKK there. You got the Ferguson stuff. Then you got Anonymous is gonna attack. KKK is going to kill people, and then Anonymous is going to take them out. And
it's a powder keg.
You had an update for your situation, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that story that I told last week on MONETIZE This. Yeah, I got an update about it.
Go for it, little brother.
How you know
God.
the story?
She's dead.
This is Tony's confession.
This is my last transmission.
I don't know what happened. I had him in one hand and her in the other, and I just squeezed.
All right. We haven't. So as you guys know, Cordell, the guy that that was my brother, like Dave said, like a brother to me, that was my best friend, was just. They're still dating. I still haven't talked to them in a couple weeks, and I don't know how the frick to respond. I don't know what to say.
Ignore them.
Yeah, indifference.
I told you I wouldn't be their friends anymore.
Like, yeah, I mean, if it's I don't know, like, yeah, it's not that easy, I guess. So, I mean, are they
indifference
how are they
is
towards you?
word.
How do they act towards you?
I don't know. It just, for some reason, when it happened last week, sorry, not last week, 2 weeks ago now, I felt like I was nothing. Like, a girl to cheat on a guy, when that guy that got cheated on makes you feel like shit. Makes you feel like, man, that guy, she must have cheated on me because she thinks that guy is better than me. Which is, makes sense.
Yeah,
Is it really cheating at that age? For fuck's sake, I mean...
It's her stupid prerogative.
Don't try to put yourself into her mentality, because you'd have to get a lobotomy and take a portion of your brain out. Fact is, clearly she's not thinking right, and it's just not worth your time.
I think she is thinking right. She saw his dick, and that was it.
Yeah, never value your self-worth on other people's actions.
Exactly, absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, like I left a girl who was really a wonderful person and everything, and nothing was wrong with her other than it didn't work for me, and I found some other chick in the middle of it, kind of, but I meant to break up with her, and that was the worst thing I ever did. And that girl, if she felt really bad, she should have never taken it personally, because I still was her friend. And I felt terrible because it had nothing to do with her. It just has to do with your taste and what's going on, and just how you're, whatever, your chemistry, and it just didn't work out. But they didn't go about it the right way, put it that way, your friend or her. But, so, I mean, it's up to them now. It's up to your friend to come to you and apologize and know what he did. If you want to accept him as your friend again, it's not up to you to go to him. Fuck that.
How? Is he going to talk to me? Like, he hasn't even wanted to talk to me. He's really just been, like, we've just really been ignoring each other.
Well, that's the thing, Tony, if
Oh, shit. Can you guys hear me? Fuck. Sorry.
Sort of just
Sorry about that. We're back.
You don't know this person. You don't owe them anything emotionally. They don't owe you. It's just, a one-time deal to deal with them. You speak curtly, politely, and that's it. And then you move on, and you just don't worry about it, because the fact is, this person is no longer someone you know. They're a stranger, and it's just not even worth your time to even think about what they think about you when you've done nothing, and yet you've already proven how much superior you are to them due to their actions alone.
Yeah, indifference is going to become your best friend in this situation. You just be nothing at them. It's just be completely indifferent. Because let me tell you, there's nothing in this world more crazy than the world of pussy and dicks. It's fucking insane. And it gets worse. It's terrible.
Yeah,
that's the name of a new fucking show. Forget
Pussy
Game of
and
Thrones.
Dicks.
Pussy and Dicks.
I can't wait to see.
That's a great band name.
Pussy and Dicks just happened in my bathroom.
Dick was a pussy.
Oh.
Is that available on the Joe Cronin Show Network?
I would put it on there if you're going to pay for it. I have to talk to
That's
Leo,
the
though.
subscription one, yeah.
Are you still putting shit on there? Because I'm still getting charged.
Oh, really? Then you're also getting robbed.
Yeah, right.
That thing died out like fucking.
It pitted out like a meteor.
Alive and well on my fucking.
It takes so much work to do that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so
I immediately gave up on it and tried to. I think I made a video and I uploaded it to say get off here and just abandon this, and the video never uploaded it. But I went to work, and it wasn't until hours later I realized it didn't upload, and I went, fuck, and then I just started trying to message everybody don't even. And then I was like,
even
right.
your video to tell people that it was over didn't fucking work. That's
right.
lovely.
Troy, are you with us?
Yeah.
Oh
Hey.
fuck! Seriously, I don't. This is the last guy I need to talk to. He's completely
uh,
anal raping me in fantasy.
So
You know the dumb bastard, he was making fun of me.
Troy Corhonen is my original co-host when we were on Stickam doing the show. And we had like a ton of Stickam hits. We had like one of the most watched show on Stickam the last month before it got shut down.
Yeah, what the fuck is stick cam?
We literally killed it.
Stickam, baby. It was all like little girls taking their tits out and stuff.
Oh,
It was amazing.
And then us.
And
Yeah.
it wouldn't have fucking went under if that was the case.
Well, I'm telling you, man, I've got video that you wouldn't believe.
Joe.
Yo.
I gotta be honest with you. Just the end of the story. When I saw the comments under the monetize this video, I gotta admit it made me feel a lot fucking better. I gotta be honest. Just the fans, the cronies, really made me feel a lot better about the whole fucking situation.
Well, that's good. What did they tell you to kill her or something? I mean, what happened?
No, it's like like we're here for you. Don't worry about it. Just
That's
fucking
cool.
Ignore them.
See, like that's a good example of the kind of people you should be hanging out, that are by you. Like people that actually are gonna come up to you and be like, hey man, fucking. If obviously that dude wasn't much of a friend, if he doesn't even seem to give a shit.
he was lost in the world
Oh,
of
yeah.
pussy and dicks.
I swear to God that Lauren Darkin was on Stickam and saw our show. Like, I don't know why. I've seen him forever. I've seen his comments going back, years on YouTube. I feel like he was on my Darkest Days channel. I feel like he saw us on Stickam.
I saw him on the Bruce Blitz thing last night.
Yeah,
Traitor.
he's
That's-
all
yeah,
over. But I've been looking at his because I always remember the photo and the name, the Darkin, and I swear to God, I've seen him on Facebook and or rather YouTube for years, which I think is kind of cool. But
Black Mamba was there for all that time, or did you find that out later?
Black Mamba was on my Darkest Days channel. Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, he goes back to my Darkest Days channel. He's the only one except for maybe one.
I haven't seen him. I gotta be honest. I haven't talked to the guy.
Oh, he commented on my video.
Around.
He commented on a video that I did
What?
today.
You say fight me?
He said he was
Like
gonna
you?
kill you.
No, the dude loves me, man.
He's his new best friend now.
Yeah, he's talking about my because I did an NFL video today. So
Oh.
Yeah, he commented on my
well,
Patriots
no,
video.
well, of course.
So he was just showing you love when he was giving you shit, huh?
yeah, it was
It's
all
like
over.
when you're like 5 years old, and the girl, she hates you, but she really likes you. So
Yeah, he
that's,
was
I
just
think,
pulling my
what Black
pigtails.
Mamba was doing.
You just stick and you fucking push her down and you say, hey, you like
Yeah, he was just pulling my pigtails. That's all it was.
Let's go, Dick.
I'm gonna jizz again. Want to see my
stick
dick?
and you get older,
my
I'll
dick.
poke you with a dick.
You think my dick isn't real? You think it's not white? You tell me
Here's
I
all
have a
my
black dick? Here's my dick.
the phone. I'm fake as hell.
Hey Troy,
Taking shit.
how's fantasy? How's fantasy going over there?
Shut up.
I'm holding on to Dave's pigtails. That's how that's going.
He is
Oh,
raping me
shit.
mercilessly.
I pretty much got him doubled down.
How do you put up 120 points in 3 days? How the fuck? Everything you've done has worked. Every move you've made, I've had to make like 87 moves, and just to even try to fucking keep up with you in overall points, you just like hockey this, hockey that, boom, and you're just like raping people.
Actually, I haven't been ahead in points. I've been like third or fourth in points.
Yeah, I know.
over the
I've
last
been
week.
leading in points overall. That's what I'm saying.
Guys, breaking news: Australian cricketer Philip Hughes dies.
Oh, he finally died, eh?
What
He
happened
was
to him?
in intensive care. He was in a coma basically because he got hit in the head by
Ooh.
one of those cricket balls. And he was wearing the old helmet. Apparently, I was watching BBC and they were
Yeah.
talking all about it. And basically, it hit his temple. He went down.
Yeah.
And he never came out of the coma. They tried to fix him and do things in his head operation
Oh my
wise.
god,
and
that's awful. I'm looking at the photos. now.
Doctors,
I thought
Nurse.
maybe he he realized he played cricket and that was it. But no, it's
kill himself.
no, this is he got hit. This could happen in baseball. It happens in baseball, although no one's died in a while.
Yeah,
So
but
my heart goes where the first time see
the
at.
distance between the pitcher and the batter in baseball is so much larger than
Right.
it is in cricket.
But the ball
And-
must move faster in baseball, right?
No, it's actually equal.
Oh, okay.
Equal.
Okay. So
And
same thing.
it's a larger ball in cricket, and it's made of more dense material. I think
You're
it's like
telling me
wood or
those
something.
guys in cricket are throwing underhand fucking 100 miles an hour? They're not throwing underhand in cricket, but
They're
they're throwing
throwing
100 mile an
overhand.
hours?
90,
Why does it look
90
like
something.
Why does it look like the stands are empty in this game that he played?
I don't know why. There was one
They're
side that
all
was empty, the other
down
side
here.
was full. I did see that.
Yeah, but it's okay because in India, if you die in the court, it's like an honor and everything. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
in front of nobody.
This
He
guy was a
died.
Brit, I think.
Close enough.
Huh.
Or an Australian
you
or
died
something.
you died in
Exactly.
front of
Close
nobody.
enough.
An Indian Brit.
I'd be mad that I died in front of nobody, but I would be happy that it's playing all over the world on TV.
What if you
I
died
don't
in a
think
hockey?
it'd be
What'd you
anything.
feel?
What?
What if you died playing street hockey?
If it was on camera, it would be great.
Yeah.
See, I'm weird. I'm the opposite. I don't think like, oh, I don't want to be on camera.
That's
No.
an honor up here in Canada.
Yeah, you know, like, old Dave there took a puck off the head. He collapsed on the ground. He started spasming, and then he was dead. And that was it. He had scored 2 goals.
And now
He
we
had a
have this
hat-trick.
memorial to him in the whole.
We're gonna bury him in his jersey.
Oh,
With the
Gretzky,
stick.
rest his soul.
Yeah, you know, every month we go down to the near the pond, and we play a good game up to 6. Whoever scores 6 wins. And we were about. I remember that day the sun came out, and we was 5-5, and wouldn't you know it, before old Johnny McKenzie was coming down with the puck, and the next thing you know, he shot it, and it came off the crossbar, hit him back in the head, and he fell over, and we all thought, oh, that's funny, and then he never woke up again,
He never got up.
and that was the last
We
day.
don't know what happened.
And that
We
was
all,
the-
we all were laughing, and then we stopped laughing right around the.
and then a bear came by and ate his testicles.
And I had to
Roll
mace the
that
bear.
mace.
It was awkward. I had to mace the bear.
Guys, in New Jersey, there was this guy that got killed by a bear. Basically, it was a few days ago, and what the newspaper's talking about is the fact that he took about 6 photos with
No.
his phone of the bear coming towards him, and those were the last photos that he ever
Not
took.
that fucking
Basically,
did, right?
No,
That's
he
fantastic.
So
didn't.
the
He
best
didn't
thing
try
about
anything. Yo, he didn't do the training that we are trained here in Canada.
Let me take
No,
a
the
selfie
best
with
thing
this
about
bear.
that is that
Oh my God.
there were like 4 of them. I think they were like Indian guys. There were like 4 of them, and they were all taking pictures. And then they were like, "Fuck bear!" So they all ran, did the whole "let's split up" thing. Literally did the cliche, got back together like, "Shit, where's Phil?" And, you know, that's what happened
I
to
like
Phil.
experimenting.
Poor Phil's like,
What a
posterity. Ah!
He framed it pretty well though. It was a good pick.
I'm starting to lean. I'm starting to be totally against these Ferguson parents now. After I saw
Yeah.
their interview earlier, and the
Don't
lady,
even get me started.
first of all, the kid fucking lived with his grandmother and not you, lady. The second thing is she's like, I don't believe him and stuff. He wouldn't do this. And then they showed the video of the kid shoving over the fucking convenience store guy and being a prick. And then she's like, well, that's not him. Like, well,
Yeah.
who is that then? Who is that? Like, who's the douchebag in the video? Is that your son? So who
Not
do I
my
believe?
kid.
The white cop who never discharged his weapon in 6 years, who never took his weapon out, and she says he was out to kill somebody. Yeah, he was on his lunch break out to just kill somebody. So they're like, it's not because he was a black on my son. He was just out to kill someone. He wanted to kill someone. No, he didn't. He wanted to get a fucking sandwich.
Wasn't he quoted saying, or the father or the stepfather saying, "Burn this bitch down"?
Well,
Not just
no.
quoted. It's on fucking
Well,
video.
no. That's the stepfather.
That's the
The
stepfather,
people on
yeah.
TV is the actual father and the mother. I don't even care about the stepfather saying burn this place. I don't care about that guy, to be honest. I don't care about any of that. It's telling to me that the parents in the interviews on television, they're so full of shit. They didn't fucking take care of their fucking kid. He turned into a piece of shit. Or he turned into at least a bully outside of their eyes. Listen, I don't blame the parents for defending their son, by the way. If you ask someone's parents if their son was good or whatever, what the hell are they going to say? Yeah, our son was an asshole and then he got shot. No.
There are some parents who are realistic like that.
There are some parents that are realistic like that, but
Dude,
also...
there's this one parent who in England who said that basically I'm disowning my son to the media because one of his kids was one that went to Syria and was fighting for ISIS.
Wow.
So he's basically telling the media that he was disowning his son, that he wanted nothing to do with him and all that, and that he hoped that he got, what he deserved. So, obviously there are parents that are
Yeah, but
willing to...
that tends to be the exception, not the rule. I mean, what we're seeing now is more like the "not my kid" thing, especially nowadays. It's like no, it can't be. It can't be my kid that's stupid. It's the school that's the problem.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to take personal responsibility.
I'm not down
for
with that.
shit.
I would definitely do an interview and say, listen, if my son Gavin ended up being, and I tried as hard as I could, and he ended up being a bad person or a bad seed or bad something or whatever, I would say, you know what I mean? Listen, I will love him, and I would say, listen, I love him. I can't help it. He's my son, and I want to change him, and I love him. But at the same time, I'm not. This isn't right what he's doing, and I'm not going to fucking defend him. Even though I do love him, that will not stop. But I will not defend. You know, so I'm realistic. All right, and I would blame myself and say I don't know what I could have done. You know what I mean? He might be just wired this way, or whatever. But you know, that's why you work as hard as you can to not get him that. You know, to do as much as you can to alter his personality to be a good person. And then whatever mechanically takes over in the brainwaves and stuff is also going to factor in, and you hope that it equals okay. You know, you'll see what happens. But these people just, they don't get. I can tell by this lady and the dude. These people have no fucking idea. Their kid, there's videotape of your kid being a bully, and then you're telling me, and they're right in the fact that they say that doesn't define him as a complete person. That's true, but then they go on to accuse the police officer of stuff that he's never done. We actually have videotape of your kid being a prick. All we have of the officer is 6 years of never pulling out his gun, dealing with crazy calls. Some of the calls that they release, some of the stuff the officer's done, and he's never drawn his weapon. This guy's never taken his gun out. 6 years later, he takes his gun out and shoots your kid. Why? Is it because all of a sudden he wanted to kill somebody? Or is it because your kid is a piece of shit? So I'm sorry. I've gone back and forth, by the way. I've defended the kid and been kind of mad at the cop. Did he really need to shoot him? I've defended the parents thinking that they were okay. Then I saw the cop and I was like, the cop actually seems like a nice guy. And then I heard about the prosecution and the cop and I was like, well, he was given way too long to release this testimony and stuff and to comment on this. That seems fishy to me. But now I'm right back after seeing the parents now to knowing, no, yes, the cop maybe should have came out right away and said what was going on. That is true. But that doesn't mean the parents can say, I don't know why he wouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. No. And then you show a picture of your kid shoving a convenience store clerk and being a bully, and then your reaction is, well, that doesn't define. And no, that's what your kid is. That's what he did, and that's why he shot.
Defined him in his final fucking moments, didn't it?
Right.
My friend, he pushed me down. I turned around. No.
why do I feel bad about this? Why do I have to feel bad about looking at the situation and having my opinion and I'd be called a racist? That's what it would be. I'd be called a racist for this because I believe this bullshit. All these people rioting are full of shit right now. These people should have rioted when that New York guy was choked out and died. That's when people should have rioted, not when this fucking piece of shit gets killed.
Did you by any chance watch that terrible fucking Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton, excuse me, press conference that he held?
No,
what
but
a fucking piece of goddamn garbage.
Hey, Jesse,
what a piece of garbage.
Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton are pussies. You're a couple of pussies.
They are no better than fucking ambulance chasing fucking lawyers. I mean, Jesus Christ. Talking about wanting justice. Justice has been fucking given. What these parents are looking for, what these rioters, these protesters are looking for, they want the court systems to handle out vengeance.
Yeah.
And it's not the same fucking thing.
Sunny Hostin or whatever her name is, the interview, that's the one where I was like, oh yeah, these people are bullshit. I do feel bad for them. I don't know, but they look like they're out
less and less every day.
They're out for money. It's all bullshit, and you've all been duped. Anybody who wanted to protest or wanted to get angry about this, black or white, you've been fucking duped by people that don't have credibility, by people that want, woe is me. We deserve everything we get. That's what this kid's whole life was. You deserve everything. We'll stand behind you no matter what. And you know what? When you do that, you get a fucking bully. Now listen to Charles R. Patrick on Facebook, who takes to Facebook, a black man, Charles R. Patrick, who fucking knows what he's talking about. Listen to these words and feel stupid.
I know it's a pretty diverse group of people that's watching this, and that's cool.
Yes.
But this one's going out specifically to my black people. Now, I'm going to say this once. Yes, slavery was one of the most horrific things that ever happened in human history. Yes, racism still exists. It's probably always going to exist. Just get over that. And yes, there are law enforcement officers out there that take things too far, abuse their power. They're humans. We're a flawed species. With that being said, today we're going to talk about personal responsibility. Black people, it is 2014. Hate to break this to you. If your life is messed up, it ain't because of slavery. Your ass was never a slave. You probably ain't know nobody that was a slave. You probably don't know nobody that knew nobody that was a slave. Slavery ended a long time ago. Yes, it put us in a big hole in this country, but guess what? Dig your way out of it. Civil rights, about 50 years ago. I don't know if y'all know, we won. We like Google it, we won. Yeah, it was a fight. They marched, they sat in, we won.
You can Google that shit.
So in 2014, if your life is messed up, look in the mirror, figure out what you're doing, what you're not doing, take some personal responsibility for yourselves, for your lives. I understand, sometimes you can't help the hands you were dealt. You were born in the ghetto, in the projects, you were born in a bad situation, nothing you can do about that. But what you can do is do your best to get out of it. If you live in a messed up neighborhood, let me give you a little advice. Stop messing it up. Ain't no rich white man sneaking into the hood in the middle of the night, spray painting graffiti, peeing in hallways. George Bush ain't out in the neighborhoods selling crack on the corner. You know what I'm saying? If your neighborhood is messed up, it's because the people in the neighborhood continually mess it up. All this, stop snitching, everything like that. No, start snitching.
You don't know what he's
Go out
talking
there,
about.
clean your neighborhood up, and then keep it clean. Somebody come through after y'all clean it up, messing up, snitch on them. Call the police. Y'all like to pull your little camera phones out and record little ignorance and put it on World Star? Pull your camera phones out and record crime. Get out to the police so that way people can be prosecuted and we can stop this cycle. Teach your kids something. Guess what? Swag and Jordans and everything like that, that's cute. But guess what? No, get you an education. Get an education, get a job, better yourself, better your situation.
By the way, this goes for I just want to chime in real quick.
That goes for everybody.
This goes for white people too.
Yeah,
this goes for white
everybody.
people. This goes for anybody out there.
That guy is talking about this entire generation, the one that's after mine, basically.
It's not even It's not even directly at black people. I think that there is the larger group is black people because they're in that category. Yeah. But it's everybody. This is the generation we're in. Woe is me and blah blah blah, white or black. But this guy, he's not even done yet.
Rich or poor too. Everybody has a sense of entitlement in this generation.
It's all entitlement now, and that's what the country's training you to be now, is entitled. And you're gonna get more of these pricks getting shot by cops because they don't know how to say yes sir, no sir, and be respectful or not, be a dickhead. They've been told their whole lives, you win. Here's your certificate. You won even though you lost. You've been given everything. So when you're not able to get something, you go, where's mine? Why don't I get it? Where's mine? Give me. That's what
you
this
want
fucking...
me to get on the sidewalk?
Yeah,
you want me to be quiet?
Yeah, exactly right. You're exactly right. And the kid's got troubles at home, and that's part of it too. But he continues.
Let's talk about the police violence. Told y'all the other day, stop bringing stuff upon yourself, be complicit. The little video of my man Powell that got shot in St. Louis. Why would you think it's a good idea to run up on two cops when they tell you to stop, put down whatever you got? I'm going to keep coming at them, then they're going to shoot me. Now it's black people, we supposed to be mad, and oh my God, we need to go out there and march right. No, we don't. Stop doing crime. Here's the thing. Let's talk about Trayvon Martin for a second. Now, George Zimmerman had no business running off on that kid, and it's a shame that somebody lost their child. But the thing that nobody talked about with Trayvon Martin, in this day and age, why is it that when people see a young black man, the first thing they think of, what's he doing? Is he up to no good? He looks like trouble. You know why that is? Because that's our perception. Because that's the perception that we keep giving people. The way we act, the way we carry ourselves, the fact that how many young men out there have criminal records before they turn 18? How many men out there before they turn 25 have been incarcerated at least once? And then we want to talk about, the justice system isn't fair, they come down hard on us. Okay, that may be true, but did you do it? Just because they gave you more time than they might have gave the white person, if you hadn't done the crime in the first place, you wouldn't have got any time. So stop using that as a damn excuse. If you already know that they're going to come down hard on you, that should be even more of an incentive to stop doing crime. Stop being ignorant. Stop glorifying ignorance. This little rap lifestyle that we looking at, Lil Wayne, all these rappers out there, that's not real life. That's the kind of life that leaves you dead or in jail. And it's a damn shame that in 2014, we are still talking about this. We are still talking about the same stuff that's been all in the Tyler Perry movies, all in the John Singletary movies that we was talking about back in the 90s, Boys in the Hood, black on black crime, stop killing and looting. We need to stop being ignorant, take some responsibilities for ourselves, change our perception, the way people see us in the world. You want the cops to stop messing with you? Stop giving them a reason to. You get pulled over for DWB, for those of y'all don't know, that's driving while black. Don't be mad at the cop. Be mad at the brothers that came before you to give the reputation to the black man for a cop. See, hey, look, there's a car full of brothers. They're probably up to no good. Get to the point where when cops pull us over for nothing, they keep coming up empty. Eventually, they'll stop pulling us over. But right now, hey, there's a car full of brothers. Let's pull them over. Oh, somebody got a warrant. Oh, somebody got a weapon. Oh, somebody got some drugs. So yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. Why? Because it works. You go to the crap table, you roll the dice. You keep coming up with 7. You keep rolling the dice. You start crapping out, you'll stop rolling them damn dice. Stop giving the police, stop giving the public at large reasons to look at us like we're second-class citizens. We get looked at like that because a lot of us act like that. And it may not be the majority of us, but it's the perceived majority of us, because it's the ones that you see out there on the World Star videos, on the internet, on Facebook, just acting ignorant, just acting like we don't have no damn sense, like we don't have pride as a people. Have some pride in yourself. Take responsibility for your life. Everything is not somebody else's fault. Sometimes it's just you. Empire. I'm just saying.
Pointed to his hat. Listen,
he hit it right on the head.
I can't even believe this guy. This guy's flawless. And that guy
Do you
tells
think the New Day thing in WWE is gonna get canned now?
a New Day. No, I don't
or
think
they
so.
just have them come out burning shit.
No,
you know.
you know something. I think New Day has even, you know what I mean, has even more steam behind it now. I think
from what I understand, they actually debut
they don't
on.
like to, you know, the WWE. I mean,
they debut this Monday. Is that what you're saying?
They debut on Thursday, on Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
perfect.
Spoiler.
This week, then.
Then there you go. And listen, that guy told it perfectly. And unfortunately, it's something I didn't want to get into because I didn't feel that I had the right, even though I do have the right. I didn't feel I didn't feel comfortable coming out and saying stuff about, you know, black people like that. So I couldn't really say it, although I wanted to say some of that. And then I heard this guy's rant, and that guy is so damn smart that I wouldn't even come up with anything close to what he said. And that was perfect. That's it. And it goes for everybody. But
a couple words, but he's all right.
Well, see, the interesting thing is, you could have said the exact same words, and this is just how the world is right now. And
right.
And maybe it's for the right reasons. You could have said the exact same words, but because of the fact that you are white, the words wouldn't have held as much weight. Because this guy is black and he spoke so eloquently and so correctly about everything, it carries a little bit more weight, especially in the black community.
Yeah.
If you did it, you'd just be another white guy thinking he knows what's best for the black man.
Right.
But you know, there is difference on who says the word, so I agree with you there.
I mean,
and
listen,
that alone is a sad statement as to, I guess, race relations there in the States, as to, oh, we can't take this person's opinion seriously because they're black or because they're white or because they're whatever. You know, it's I mean, it happens in Canada, not as much, clearly not as much as in the States. So again, to me, the whole thing that you guys face in the States is something that it's just not common for me. So I'm not fully understanding what you guys are going through. But, you know, things like that to me just make me ponder, well, that doesn't make sense because here in Canada it's different. But, you know, again, this is something that, you know, we really haven't had, you know, the experience that you guys had. So I can never really understand, you know, what it is that you guys are in.
It reminds me of what I used to do like years ago. Like I go to school, like I get sick or something. And then like a week later, I'd call out of school. I wouldn't go into school and be like, oh, I'm still sick or I'm still feeling the effects. Man, I'm sick or whatever, you know, but I really wasn't. I just didn't want to go to school, and I used that excuse.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people do that. Not a lot of those people, but there's a little core group, especially in the poor areas, who come up with lots of excuses and reasons why things, you know, you can bully a cop. You can say all this stuff to a cop to his face and be an asshole, and the cop has to kind of keep going on. A lot of times the cops walk on away. Yeah, sometimes cops are assholes, actually, and cops are douchebags. That's true. But there's a lot of times when they're not, and then the black people use that to their advantage to say, oh, he was being racist to me. And it really, no, he wasn't. You're just using that, and everyone believes you because of the stigma with cops. So just like this black guy was saying, this guy was saying, hey, black people, don't act stupid and give police a reason to profile you. I would also say to the cops, hey, cops, stop being over-aggressive assholes and douchebags so that then black people won't have that stigma towards you. So it goes both ways, and it festers both ways and creates this fucking volcano effect. So while that black guy was right, it's the same thing for the cops. It's the exact same thing. White cop thinks the black guys are doing drugs and doing crime. Black guy thinks the cops are going to shoot him for no reason.
In the end, it always comes down to personal responsibility. It always comes down to accountability on the individual. That's what it's always going to come down to. And until people start realizing that and start looking at themselves instead of fucking pointing at everybody else, we're going to be continuing the same fucking cycle.
I was freaked out by my video too because I started getting the unfortunately I started getting the comments like, that's what I was thinking, fuck these, and these white people came out of some of them, my subs too, came out like freaking out on black people, and I was like, oh no, like so I don't like that. I don't like if you're like, if I comment on something or if I flip out on something. I mean, I just made a video a few months ago about the black guy in New York that got choked out by the police, the disgusting New York police, and I defended him and flipped out on the cops and said we should go beat the cops and throw them off a tower of a building. And
a ruling is about to be handed down in that case, by the way.
All
2
right,
weeks.
so that'll be interesting. So I said all that crazy stuff about those cops, but then I make a video going after the Ferguson people. I think all these rioters in Ferguson and everywhere, and all these protesters are a bunch of pussies, and they're rioting for the wrong fucking reason, because this guy's actual parents, I think, are delusional, and unfortunately, I don't blame them. They just shouldn't be on TV. And what do you think is going to happen? But people are listening to them, and they're wrong. I saw your kid be a bully. I know your kid was a bully. And he ended up getting shot because of it from a cop who never fucking drew his gun for 6 years, who you think decided he wanted to kill somebody that day when he was on his lunch break. You're fucking out of your mind.
You know what strikes me funny? Go ahead, Dave.
No, you go ahead, Dave.
No, Dave. I'm
okay. I was just gonna say, would I find a little unfair? Okay,
Right.
whatever happened, and sometimes things do fall through the cracks in the justice system. We have to admit that. But okay, let's assume that this cop is in fact innocent, as the grand jury did find him.
Yeah.
Why does he have to resign from that police department? Why does he have to fear for his life? Why does he have to even consider changing his name when, according to what he was trained to do, okay, we're talking about the organization that trained him, he did nothing wrong. Now, if what the organization trained him to do was wrong, well, then we've got to take care of that organization. But this individual who was just doing what they were trained to do, why is it that they have to feel the brunt of this hate towards someone that, again, why does everyone always have to see it as racial? He was doing his job according to everything that's coming out with the evidence. So I would love to know what,
I'd like to I'd like to first comment on the Dawn.
That's how it goes. Race always plays into it.
Hey, Teresa, baby, what's up?
Listen,
I'd like to comment right now on the Dawn. The Dawn, Donnie Dawn said, so shooting an unarmed 12 times is right. Well, let me tell you something, Don. We had Tommy C mention this on the show before, but Don, listen, bro. The cops are trained to empty their weapon. So I'm talking directly to the Don now, and to everybody who's thinking like, why did he shoot this guy 12 times? First of all, imagine if you feared for your life. This guy has the bruises and the punches and everything on his body to prove that anytime he could have been knocked out and murdered. Now, did he overreact a little bit and use deadly force because he thought his life was in danger? And maybe if he had been really, really compassionate, he either would have not ended up killing the guy or he himself might have died. But you can't take that chance. Have you ever watched Cops? If a guy comes at a cop with a fucking stick, they'll shoot him. So this cop actually, for the most part, he had no choice at this point, unless he got down on the ground. But here's the deal. The cops are trained to empty the weapon. So if you are mad, don't be mad at the police officer who killed Michael Brown. Do not be mad at him. He was trained to empty his weapon. If you are mad and want to protest, don't protest his indictment and his jail time or whatever, his death or whatever you want to do. Protest the way officers are trained to empty their weapon. We've seen it. We've seen it a million times on TV. They shoot the dog. They shoot that other guy. Pat, 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 pat. And I've said it because it hurts me to watch cops just empty a weapon on some guy because it makes me sad. I go, why did they have to do that to the guy? Couldn't they have just shot him twice in the leg and cuffed him and it'd be over with?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
No, actually it does. It does make sense. It actually really does.
Dave, let me continue. I think I'm going to say what you're thinking, but you tell me if I'm wrong. When you shoot a 45 at this gentleman coming after you, Michael Brown, coming at you with force, when you shoot a 45 a round at this guy. He keeps going. He doesn't know he's shot. These rounds go through so quick and fast and small. You don't get shot and go, oh, and fall over and then keep getting shot. He got shot and continued on the officer. One of the witnesses mentioned he was shot and he kept going, and the witness himself on the tape didn't know that he was shot because he kept coming. He couldn't tell if the guy was shot because he kept walking towards the officer. Well, the officer also didn't know he was hitting him with any of the rounds because Michael Brown was still coming after him. One of the last rounds discharged hit Michael Brown in the head. When you get hit in the head, you're instantly done and you fall down. All the other bullets, you can get shot in the arm, you won't even really realize it. You can get shot in the dick, you won't even really realize it. You'll get shot. You will realize it, but pum, 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 and your adrenaline, you're going to keep going in those few seconds, in those few instances, until you drop. And that's why he continued to unload his weapon. It's a 45. You can go
Dave,
to a...
Well, hold on.
Yes.
I don't think the cop had a 45. I think he was equipped with a 9mm. And
which would be standard.
Well, exactly. But I was hoping that Dave, because this is a perfect example for Dave for his insight, how Dave can explain the difference between a 9mm, its purpose, and its function, as opposed to the heavy caliber that he dealt with and what their purpose was.
Yeah.
Because I think this explains exactly why he would keep running at the cop. I mean, I could go into it, but I'd like Dave because he's quite trained with this
experience,
stuff.
I was an armorer in the military for 4 years. It was one of my side duties that I did. I was actually an armorer for my company. So I know a little bit about weapons. Probably enough just to be dangerous, really. But here's what I know about the difference between the two weapons, especially of why the 9mm Beretta is so widely used among police force, and it is the standard issue for military personnel that are authorized to carry those weapons, i.e. officers and higher ranking people. That's what they get, is the 9mm Beretta. And the reason why they get this weapon is because it has the functionality of not only being a quick weapon to shoot and has a high rate of fire, but it has a stopping power to usually put somebody down if you hit them where you're trained to, which is center mass. Now, what I think happened in this video, or in this situation, is, look, you have to understand with what happened, they were just in a struggle. They were in a serious fucking struggle. The adrenaline is flowing. So he's hitting him, let's say he's emptying his magazine into the guy, and he's shooting him in the arms, and he's shooting him in places that it's just going to go through and through, as we like to say. It just goes straight through. This guy was 6'5", a huge fucking guy. He might not even know he's being hit. And the same thing, just like you're saying, Joe. And the cop shooting at him, absolutely not knowing that he's even fucking making complete good contact because he's not hitting center mass. Had this cop fucking hit where he was trained to hit, and I know it's hard to do when you're in this type of situation, this probably wouldn't have been the same fucking situation, because you take 2, 3 in the chest from a 9mm Beretta, you're going down.
What's the cop's name again, by the way?
Darren Wilson.
Darren Wilson?
Yeah.
All right, so I want you to see something. I want everybody to see something. I'm going to show...
You're going to show his eye?
I'm trying to find his there are injuries on him that you can see, that proven injuries that are real, that the doctors looked at, and the shots and the punches that he had. But I want you to look at something real quick. I mean, just as human beings, fuck black or white. Fuck black or white. Think about the nastiest black guy that you know who's a thug, who's a bully to people. And think about, nasty white people too, and just put those two things together in your mind and think about what you know as far as good and bad, no matter what race or what person or whatever. And naturally, if you're a black person, you're going to think just a white guy looks mean. First of all, here's a picture of Michael Wilson. Michael Brown, I'm sorry. There's a picture of him. Now, I've got more of these photos, which fucking God knows what the hell I just did with them on my desktop. I'm trying to find them. Here's another one of them right here. Look at this guy. So first of all, I mean, he doesn't look, and looks don't matter, in court and stuff like this. But I'm just saying, take a look at this guy. He looks a little badass. He looks a little mean. He looks a little badass. And now I want you to take a look at him in the convenience store. This is him. This is Michael Brown assaulting the poor Indian guy in the freaking convenience store who's just trying to run a business. Look at the size of this guy versus the convenience store guy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this guy's assaulting the convenience store clerk. Look at the size of Michael Brown, and then look at the clerk. And I want you to again now to look at his photo. Take a look at that face. Does that? I mean, have I ever in my life grabbed another man randomly and got in an argument like this? No. I've never, ever grabbed somebody like this and assaulted them or stolen from them and also assaulted them while I was stealing from them or intimidated them like he did to this clerk in this video, by the way, that you can watch. And there's the guy that did it. Does he look like a nice guy to you? Does this look like a nice guy to you? Okay, now that we've gotten that underway, let's talk about a white police officer who has never, ever drawn his weapon. Here's the injuries to that white cop. Look at this cop. He looks like Casper. He looks like a bitch. This police officer looks like the white bitch who gets beat up by black guys. Did he lose his cool a little bit and get over scared because a black guy was getting the better of him, beating the shit out of him? Probably, but there is not one, probably 99% of the time, whether it's a white cop, a black cop, or any cop, Detroit, New Hampshire, California, if you assault a cop like this, guess what? You're going to get shot! You're going to get shot! And now we've got places burning down people's businesses, people's livelihoods are over, are ended, are done. Embarrassing. Hospital. The Boston hospital last night was blocked off. They couldn't transport patients to Boston Medical Center last night because you fucking idiots want to go protest and flip out for this piece of garbage who assaulted a fucking clerk, who assaulted shit and has no respect for law, has no respect for other people, who's a thug, who looks like a thug. His parents are lying. His parents are thugs. And even his stepdad said, burn it to the ground. These people are garbage, and you're backing them up. This country sucks. This place sucks. You're all fucking stupid, and CNN masturbated all fucking day. Yesterday, today, they masturbated all over the place about, with the injustices and why you're so upset. And where was the firemen? Why didn't the firemen put the fires out? The firemen didn't put the fires out because people were shooting guns! These people are fucking animals! You want them to put the fire out? You want the police to do something? What a bunch of bullshit! Fuck this country, and fuck this fucking representative reality. This is garbage. You're all a bunch of crybabies. Give me food stamps. Give me this. Give me that. By the way, I was on food stamps not that long ago, by the way, because I needed them, not because I'm a crybaby and give me that, give me this. Okay, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, you good?
I'll be all right.
You good?
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Well, fucking said.
Dave Rose.
You guys gonna go Mesa?
Yes, Terry.
I don't know that you're in Toronto.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I don't know about you, but where I am in Winnipeg, we don't have like trouble with like black people, but our big thing is the natives here, and everything is the race card. Every fucking thing is the race card.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of...
I feel like you should have prefaced that with, I'm not racist, but...
yeah.
I'm not racist. I'm native myself.
Oh, yeah, she's
Fuck.
native.
Like,
We're in the bumblefuck there.
yes.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, our teams are playing on Friday.
Yes, I know.
Who are you gonna root for? I mean, well, obviously Winnipeg, but I mean, it's kind of like it's a weird one for you, right?
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
But anyway, let's get back to
Go
this.
Jets.
Yeah.
But all these women that go missing and stuff like that, well, they are blocking and doing protests and everything else. Like, they're fucking angry that the police aren't doing anything about it. Well, what more would they investigate and do everything else they do if a white fucking woman went missing? It's not like, oh, a white woman's missing. oh, we're going to search high and low, and oh, fuck, we will not rest until we find her. No. Oh, it's a natives chick. Oh, fuck, we can go for coffee and donuts, and yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Right. And,
it's
you know,
fucking stupid.
I know what you're saying because that happens to black people. And listen, I'm the first one to come out. You don't understand the videos I made about Katrina and George Bush. I made some crazy videos about George Bush. Listen, there was media manipulating the situation and making black people look like animals. There were black people actually being animals, and then there was George Bush and FEMA and everybody who didn't do enough. And because they didn't do enough, I was right with Kanye, even though he's crazy and I don't like him. I said, hey, fuck it. I said stuff like George Bush hates black people and this country hates black people. I said that then, but I don't think I really believed it all, but I felt it was necessary to be over the top to get people's attention. And that's the way I went about it. But this is not that situation.
Racism is never going to end because I'll tell you, it just goes on from generation to generation to generation. Over here, the white man took our land. That's all we ever hear.
Yeah.
Now, Terry, you can probably affirm this, but this is probably something new to American listeners. But we have shysters like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson here in Canada, and they do belong, to all different sorts of groups. But in the native groups, the band leaders, they go around driving Lexuses and Escalades and stuff like that and living in great housing, while their own people don't even have running water or heating. And it's disgusting and terrible the way it is. But they're basically just there to bait.
No, they're insane. They go. You know where all their fucking meetings took place? They went to fucking Disneyland.
Dave, you just said the right word. Dave, you said the absolute right word. You said the key word, bait. It's all about baiting. You said the absolute right word because it's the same type of principle when you're thinking about fishing. How do you catch a prey? How do you get what you want? You put a little lure out there and you get people to fucking bite.
Right.
It's all about baiting. You said the right word.
And you know what? It's easy to manipulate people who are poor. It's easy to manipulate people who aren't the smartest. And they believe
it's like residential schools. Like, yes, I'm sorry that the Catholic people fucking did it. That's the Catholic priest that did it. Why do the rest of us all have to fucking suffer for it? We didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing, it's our natural prejudices that's so susceptible to being manipulated. Poor people are manipulated by the perception that rich people are fucking greedy, evil pigs. Fucking rich people are manipulated by the poor people's perception that they're fucking lazy and don't want to fucking work. The religious people, they're motivated by this perception.
Well, what about those people
it goes
out there
back and fucking
other
forth.
people out there who got fucking abused too? Do we get compensated too for being abused? No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, give me this, give me that. I mean, it's breeding here in America. It's only going to get worse. Think about how it's.
But it's sick. I've heard little fucking kids screw off the teachers and tell them this and that and it's like in school, like in town here, like holy fuck, they pay the kids to go to school, and I swear to God, like they call them down and at lunchtime, and then of course the kids never show up after lunch because now they got money, so they just fuck off, and it's like we can't apply for any fucking bursaries or monies or whatever, but these kids are getting fucking paid. Hey, the way I see it is we all go to the same fucking schools. They're entitled to the same fucking shit as we are. Why do they have to have more than we do?
Yeah, I mean, well, you could bring that up to like affirmative action in America if you wanted to. Although I agree with some of it. But there's too much of it going on, and it's getting creepy here. It's getting really creepy. I 100% wanted to. I would have been out protesting if I was older during the Rodney King thing. The Rodney King thing, to me, Rodney King is way worse than this situation. Oh my God, is it? I think it's worse. It's
not even the same situation. It's really not.
It's not. It really isn't. That's why it's crazy that the Rodney King thing happened, and there was riots, and those were, I think, justified in a way.
Sure.
But this thing happens, and look at all the buildings, all the things that were burnt for what I think is no reason other than you just you showed your colors out there in Ferguson, and not all these people were from Ferguson. I think a lot of these people came from St. Louis and outside the place to screw the place up. 614, what's up?
Hey, it's Jerry. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Much. I was going to say, it's like, back when, I mentioned this to you before, it's like when Daryl got shot here in Columbus, that guy who's going off in the show, and nobody didn't realize he was, thought he was part of the show. Of course, he was white, and if it wasn't for that off-duty cop, people would have got shot there,
Right. Exactly. You're right. And that same stuff happens all the time. And I feel bad for everyone. I feel bad for the black people. Thanks, Jerry, by the way. But I got to move on real quick. I feel bad for I feel bad for the black people who are stereotyped because other black people can't behave. I feel bad for some of the white cops who get crapped all over because some white cops can't behave. And that's what it is. It's this conflict of there's some good in your pocket, there's some good in our pocket, but everybody wants to go all out against the other side and not take a fucking middle stance and understand what could have happened or whatever. It's just all out or nothing. And 262, you're on. What's up?
Hey, I was gonna try and call in on Monday, but it was so crazy I couldn't really get through. But I go to college in Milwaukee, and I was just gonna say when the decision happened, I was in my room with the door locked because I was kind of scared because there's a lot of black kids on my floor, and I know that's probably bad of me, but when the decision happened, I could hear them in the lobby watching, and everyone was screaming so loud. They were pissed, and the police station is in our dorm, so I'm surprised nothing happened.
Right.
Like, everyone just kind of went, but they were all absolutely livid, and, like, they were banging on people's doors, like, telling them to come outside and stuff, and it got a little bit crazy. I just kept my door locked, but I just wanted to tell you about that.
And it's weird. You're in a weird situation because I feel weird about it. Listen, I want to tell all the black people, all the white people, when you hear black people screaming like this, that they're upset, and you're thinking in your mind, you actually end up, you know what you feel like? You feel like a minority yourself. Yeah. You feel like you're a minority or you're gay or something because you're like, I'm afraid. What? No, I'm serious.
I get what you're saying because if you have a different opinion than the people around you, you are the minority. You feel different. You can feel like a gay person, whatever. Absolutely, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, all your black friends and stuff are knocking on the door, and you're afraid to.
Anytime I'm surrounded by a bunch of black people, I just want to fuck a dude. I know what you mean.
He just used the word that meant different. I'm thinking.
You're sitting there. You're thinking. I don't agree with this. And then you also feel like, oh, typical white guy, you know what I mean? I'm against this, and all the black guys are for it. You almost want to join the black guys out of your white guilt, and you think
that... Well, now we're just talking about middle school.
I'm glad Troy's still alive, by the way. But no, I would feel awkward. I'd be sitting in my room, and I'd be sad because I'd want to be like, guys, I don't think... I'd want these guys to hear my show tonight. I'd want you to listen to what that guy said. I'd want you to listen to what I said earlier and think about it. Be a little bit more open-minded. It's not just this time it's not a white cop wanting to kill some black guy. Please. It's a white cop was in fear for his life and he had to shoot. And they will all do that, and they've done that. They've done it to white people, they've done it to black people, they've done it to whoever they've had to do it to. And think about this guy, Michael Brown, and look at those photos that I showed you earlier. Look at the photos again that I showed you of this guy. You know what I mean? The white cop looks like fucking Casper, and that doesn't mean that one guy's bad and good because he looks mean. I can tell because you're looking at the fucking photo of him in the convenience store. There's a guy who looks angry all the time and looks, get out of my way and give me that. I'm a bully. I saw these guys in school, white and black. And then look at him assaulting this tiny fucking Indian guy in his store because he thinks he can just take stuff from the guy's store and be a bully, and the poor guy is trying to say you have to pay for that or whatever. Yeah. No, get out of my face. I deserve this. Get out of my face. I deserve this. And the cop probably said, hey, can you get on the sidewalk? I want to talk to you. Get out of my face. Go fuck yourself. Go try and make me do. That's what happens. It's all right.
Yeah, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. I'm done. There you go. That's what tells it for me. And all I see is pictures of the white cop looking like a fucking deer, looking like a fucking sheep. And this cop is fucking soft. You know what I mean? This cop is soft. He's not a murderer. He wasn't looking to murder somebody. He was on lunch. He's not a fucking murderer. He's never drawn his gun in 6 years in a predominantly black detail.
Yeah, so many times in these situations, we see things that happen and we don't have the full context. We don't have the full scope. In this case, there's so much fucking evidence that points to what happened is actually what happened. It makes me fucking nuts to see so many people ignore it and burn a fucking city to the ground. That's the real story of this story. This is what you need to take away from it, because this is insanity. There's so much there that tells you is it 100% what happened? No, maybe not, but 95% sure what we think happened is what fucking happened here. There's enough evidence, and there's at least enough evidence to convince 12 people.
Right.
But that's not good enough. Why? Because they're not getting their vengeance. They're not getting what they think they're entitled to. And see how the cycle continues? See how the cycle of entitlement just continues to fucking spin?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, this isn't some you want to talk about the black guy who was choked out in New York? Even that
It's a different story. Yeah.
Now technically he even resisted. But he was gently resisting. Please don't touch me. Please don't hurt, please, I don't want to do this. You're always bothering me. Why are you bothering me? He wasn't being threatening to the cops. He didn't start that way. There's other video of him. They started with him. And they went way over the line with him, taking him down, I think. I think that's a case of the cops were bullies. This is a case where the victim was the bully and he ended up getting shot. Whereas the guy in New York, I think he was bullied by the cops, and that's how I feel.
different situations.
I mean, look at this guy. This is the cop. This guy could be and here's what happens to black people when they see the guy shot, the black guy shot. They think of all the times the cops did bully them, and every time the white cops were assholes, and they think that could be me dead. And you know what I think? I think I could be this cop who wanted to be a police officer and protect and serve and actually be honorable, and I'm not racist towards anyone, and he looks doughy-eyed and nice, and he's got these bruises all over him, and he fucking had to defend himself, and now he's screwed. His life is screwed because of this, and that's how I look. So I relate to the white guy. I can't relate to the black guy. You know why I can't relate to the black guy? I can't relate to bullying a guy in his store, stealing stuff from stores, and I can't relate to telling a cop to piss off when he's trying to talk to me. I can't relate to that. I've run red lights. I've done illegal things. I've been accused of stealing from a school and surrounded by police when I did nothing. What did I do? Put my hands behind my back. Yes, sir. No, sir. This is why I'm here. This is what happened. That's it.
You let the process play out.
I didn't go, why the fuck are you touching me? I didn't do anything. Fuck this. Fuck you. Get away from me. Or, I didn't do any of that. And then guess what happened? The cops go, hey, we're really sorry that we held you up. See you later. Now, maybe with a black guy, they would have been like, get out of here or something. But
it may have taken a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But here's the thing. And I don't know all the experiences the black people have had, and I'm sure some of them are horrific because I can just picture it. I know. Leah was held at gunpoint. She's a white girl with other white guys in the car. She was held at gunpoint because the cops thought they were somebody they weren't, and they had no weapons on them. They had airsoft guns or something, paintball guns in the trunk, and locked in cases, and they had shotguns pointed in their face, and they're white. But if they had been black and had the shotguns pointed in their faces, there would be a giant fucking uproar about crazy police profiling and brutality. But this happens to Leah.
And then a couple kids got killed.
Well, even more so with today, how everybody seems to have a camera, and all these instances get blown up because of the way that the world works with social media right now. Everything goes viral. Everything gets made a bigger deal and get blown up. We think there's thousands and thousands and thousands of instances when there's probably only a few, but they're constantly getting, just glorified.
Let me put it to you this way. If Bill Cosby could have raped a dozen people not knowing it, how many things are all cops in America doing?
Now they're talking about installing officer cameras on each cop.
They should get.
Sure, absolutely.
It works.
I absolutely believe it. They got to put cameras on these guys. They got to put cameras on the cops so that the bad cops get exposed or won't be bad cops, and they got to put cameras on them so that they can't get accused.
And for good cops.
Yeah,
exactly.
Accused
Protect the cops just as much as it will the victims. Absolutely.
Exactly. You got to do it. Put it on.
And that way, when they rape somebody, you can get POV porn out of it.
Oh, by the way, Terry said she had something very important to say. She didn't get a chance to say.
Okay, I'll put her on. What's up, Terry?
I'm just a messenger.
Terry.
Thanks, Dave. I forgot all about this. I've got onto the race rage war here, and I forgot all about it. We have to say happy birthday to Michael Park.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday there, Michael.
Yeah, I got a present for him. It's called the second episode of Creators Corner, which features Michael Park.
Oh, Michael Park.
It's released today on his birthday.
Oh, really? You're going to put it up? You've already done it?
It's done. I edited it. It's good to go,
that's
and
great.
it is glorious.
Thanks, Teresa, for telling us, by the way. I forgot almost.
Alrighty. Have a good night, guys.
Bye, baby. You
See
can
you.
call up, have an orgasm later. So happy birthday, Michael Park. A big-time listener of the show. He's made some raps about us.
Go fuck a cake, you fuck.
Oh, man, I love Michael.
Oh,
He's in
that's awesome.
England. So happy birthday to you, you fuck. I don't know why it sounded like Seamus. Yeah, I don't know what
He's
that
like
was.
big fella.
You go in there, fella. But
Fella.
go check out Michael Park. He's got some good shit.
God damn it.
Yeah, I feature 3 songs on the show, too.
Now here, the prosecutor was like, had some racial thing. They've been bringing up all kinds of shit, but I don't know, whatever. I think Obama made a goddamn mistake too, by the way.
Yeah.
Coming out and saying all this. He really should have done something else. My stock has dropped on Obama like you wouldn't believe. What a fuck. I defended the hell out of him for so long, and I feel just like a Republican defending George Bush for like up to the 7th year, and then being like, that's it, I fucked up.
Right?
I've done this now with Obama. 7 years.
I feel silly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel silly too because I didn't vote because I knew they were all shit. But he really is fucking blowing it up before leaving.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? Why don't you just
Shit. He's still got 2 years. He's lighting the match as he's walking across the fucking bridge.
Yeah, he better be careful because some crazy fucking white guy will. Well, I don't know.
Wait, you guys saying he's burning it because of the fucking Ferguson thing? You racist bastard.
Right.
Well, I think Bill Cosby sent those people to light those fires so that he would go away.
That's it, you'll rape the fucking.
Thank God.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, can you go start these fires and be a psychopath?"
Oh, but really, it's just ridiculous that people will look for anything just to act outrageous and inhumane.
Yep.
Joe, the photo that you were showing earlier where the convenience store clerk was getting assaulted, that was one of the stores that was looted during Monday night, from what I was reading.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
They still hit them liquor stores yet, or are they still standing?
I don't know what.
Well, they were on Michael Brown's side, so why wouldn't they loot that place?
Yeah. I don't know what. The Don just sent me like, oh, breaking news, new autopsy report changes everything about the Michael Brown shooting.
Which one? The 7th
No, it
one?
doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think so. The autopsy came out a while ago.
Yeah.
It's already been done. They did like 3. They may have done multiple autopsies, by the way. And if they did, but even if they didn't, they've already completed them. So this article, it's by the Conservative Tribune.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm sure.
Yeah, that sounds real.
Yeah, the Don. Just so you know, buddy, and everybody, just so everybody knows, there's a lot of bullshit being written out there. People making stuff up so that one side can get angry or the other side can get angry. And I wouldn't really believe any of that. I'd believe what the exact the fucking testimonials said, and what the prosecutor said, and all that stuff, and just look at the police officers' statements, and look at the witnesses' statements, and that's what I've looked at. The witnesses couldn't figure out if he was shot coming at the officer, and the officer himself said, I didn't know if he was shot, so I kept firing. And that's why.
It's so easy to be a detractor, though. All they have to do is say, "Oh, but why would the courts be fucking telling the truth?" It's all, it's all bullshit and it's all bad for you, as Carlin once said.
Yeah, George Carlin stuff. The wound on Brown's thumb, so he got shot in the thumb or hand, this thing says first. Microscopic matter from the barrel. Well, that makes sense because he tried to cover up the gun, so he ended up getting shot in the thumb. That would make sense. And then him running away. Once you get shot in the thumb real quick, you might run away or do something of that sort. Wilson's other 5 shots hit Brown from the front, contradicting some witnesses' reports that Brown had been running away from the officer when he was shot. Most of them said he wasn't running away. They all said he was walking towards them with his hand. Some people, the thing was, some people said his hands were up, but the officer says one hand was up and one was in his pockets.
Which the autopsy confirmed.
Right, which I don't know, and I don't know if I really throw those both out. Would Michael Wilson run at the cop with his hands up? I don't think so. Would Michael Wilson run at the cop with one hand in his pants like he had a gun? I don't really think so.
No, but
either.
one hand, but having one hand up, one hand down, Maybe. Especially if that hand got shot. You might be holding one down
and
one
look at
up,
this.
who knows?
Brown was running away from the officer when he was shot. The angle of the wound to Brown's forehead indicated that he was either falling or lunging forward when the bullet hit him. Perhaps most importantly, the autopsy report indicated that Brown did not have his hands in the air when the officer Wilson shot him. In addition, this is the report we got before. The Dawn is talking about. So I mean. And I don't necessarily.
That's the one that kind of proves everything. We're saying.
And I'm a skeptical person too. I don't believe everything. But what I did believe was the witnesses in the video saying, mentioning he kept coming at him and they couldn't tell if he was shot. And then the other witnesses saying they didn't know if he was shot or not. And then eventually he dropped after they'd heard several rounds. And then the police officer, not knowing that, mentioning in his testimony that I didn't know if I had hit him. Because the bullets went right through you and you kept coming. If you were using a larger caliber or a bigger weapon, yes, you get shot. You're gonna take it. You're gonna fucking know it. But Dave, right, with the 9mm, if it's the 9mm,
it all depends on where you hit. If you're trained in the military, I can only go off my experience. You're trained to hit somebody center mass because you are going. If you hit somebody center mass with a 9mm Beretta 3 times, 2 times in the chest, they are going to drop. They're not coming forward.
Right.
But you hit them in the arms, sure. Absolutely. They can keep
all right, well, let's move on.
My dad is an ER doctor, and I asked him about that.
Yeah.
So, and he was like, if you get shot once, unless you hit them, like he's saying, in the right spot, you can easily be saved, and it's not really going to do anything to you unless you're just a wuss and you can't take any pain. And that
Especially
guy
if you're a 6'5" fucking lunatic hopped up on adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, that's like in the movies where they shoot guys like 6 times, like, unless you're using something really big, like, and you can hit a guy like in certain spots a bunch of times and they're not going to die. But, if you hit him in the heart on the first shot, then he probably would have killed him in one. But short of hitting him in like the heart, the neck, or the head, that guy was going to keep coming in that short distance anyway, because I don't really trust people. My dad works in an ER and sees gunshot wounds all the time.
Homeboy looks like a bad dude too, by the way. I mean, he doesn't look very good. I mean, he looks like I mean, I gotta say, I mean, the Don looks pretty badass himself, but you can tell. You know what I mean? Like when I look at the Don, like I'll look at Don's photo. Don's kind of got a serious black man face in his photo, and I know the Don, and he's a cool dude, and but you can just tell it's different. I can, and you can't tell is the thing, but when you see him assaulting people and then you add the thing up, it's like, dude, think about it. This cop for 6 years, for more, didn't take his gun out, didn't want to kill people. But the problem now too is the cop looks bad because they keep harping on that statement like, I would have done nothing different and I have a clear conscience.
You know what? That's the right maybe he shouldn't have said it publicly, but
yeah.
Why would he have a bad conscience? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and listen, maybe this shows how I am, or maybe he was instructed to say certain things. But if I was the police officer, I would have said, it's right, maybe nothing, but no, I would have said, this is what happened. This guy came at me. I've been a police officer for 6 years. My worst nightmare is having to shoot at somebody or kill somebody. Yeah. This was a terrible thing, and I never would want to do it. I love the black community. I protect them every day. In this instance, I had to shoot this individual. I don't care if he was white or black, and I'd look right into the camera. Unfortunately, that's not this guy's personality, but that would have been my personality. And I would have, and I said everything honestly, and I would have said, I feel terrible that someone's dead. I do feel terrible.
That's the thing, though, too. They would never want you to talk that much. You'd have to say, I'm pretty much going to represent myself on this one.
I don't care. I would have to come out.
They would be like, dude.
I'd have to come out. I'd have to come out and say it. I would.
Eventually he'll have. Look, I can see this happening in a few months or something like that, where somebody like Oprah will do an interview with this guy. Something like that will happen. Maybe not Oprah, but somebody like that will happen because this is going to fucking get crazy. Oprah's the type of person who will have him on and do an interview, but that's all she does. She doesn't have a show anymore. She just does random interviews with people who are, fucked up.
I feel bad because I think this cop, and you want to talk about racism, by the way? George Zimmerman is able to still be a psychopath and live wherever he is and be a weirdo. But this cop is fucking crucified, and I think it's because he's white. How about that?
It's because he's white and he's a cop.
I think it's reverse racism. How about that? I think if this cop was Mexican. Yeah, I think if this cop was Mexican, we might forget about him and laugh about it like we do about Zimmerman. Crazy Zimmerman. Oh, you crazy Zimmerman. But this fucking white cop is white, so we're like, fuck him, and he's gonna get murdered or something. You know, this is reverse race. This is racism from black people to white people, and that's what I see this time. And I think George Zimmerman is a piece of garbage. I think that guy stalked that guy, and he got trouble, and he shot the guy. Even if he got attacked, serves you right for stalking the fucking black guy. You know, you got attacked. All right?
Stalking anybody.
Stalking anybody. Now, and then it plays into the black Trayvon Martin. It's probably a little aggressive, similar to how Michael Wilson is. And George Zimmerman is a fucking weirdo. And
but that's an instance of both people making terrible decisions in the moment. This instance is one man making a terrible decision that cost him his life because he made the decision against the cop. They are different situations.
Exactly. I think that's exactly right. And let's move ahead. All right, let's end this now. Let's get the hell off this.
Yeah, Scott Stapp's broke.
Yeah, Scott Stapp is going to Facebook because he's in a Motel 6 right now.
Holiday Inn.
Jerking off with his last bag of cocaine right now. Scott, if you're listening, give us a call and we'll try to work with you. We'll do a fundraiser. I don't know what we'll do.
Oh, that would be great.
With arms wide open.
There you go.
When I just heard
the bell outside the fucking store, you know?
You know what? There was one. Oh man, what was it? There was one Creed song that I did like. It was like
God.
Should have been dead on a Sunday morning, banging my head. Oh, that was like
You're
their
all
first
the
one.
same. In the hair of my fuck off. What was it, Ted, where fucking basically, like you're saying, all the 90s songs are just vowels?
The Hootie and the Blowfish stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
A-I-O-U.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But I think that was their hardest song that made me go, ooh, yeah, this is kind of like a, angsty, grunge.
Oh, what about that What If? What if? What if? What if I?
Oh, God. I hate all the other ones.
Scream 3, bitches.
The metal version of that band would be like Godsmack. It's the same shit over and over.
You are right about Godsmack. No, Godsmack's whole first CD, if you listen to it, you'll drive you nuts because Sully continuously says, gotta get away.
One who's so far away.
Everything is get away in that CD. It's unbelievable. I'm not the one so far away. Gotta get up.
That must look great on paper, right?
Gotta go away. Gotta get up. Gotta get up. And then it's fucking, let's take a blast to the moon, baby. And then he's like, you gotta go away.
Whatever happened to some shit like Pink Floyd where the fucking shit was all the way through? It's like a goddamn story.
It's all get away. Gotta go away, get away.
Yeah.
But the drums.
Get the fuck away and get out of the fucking music business, kid.
Well, Sully's about 35 minutes away from my house. I could go tell him to go away.
Silence now, the sound, my breath, the only emotion around. Demons cluttering around, my face showing no emotion.
Like, I don't know why I like this. I like that song.
From my burden and bring me life eternal.
Yeah. Yeah, should have been dead on a Sunday morning, so when I heard the song.
Yeah.
Said
Does he predict his own demise?
I don't know. That song is the reason why everybody started listening to them. Then after a while, they were like, "Wait a minute! You mean this is what they?" Ugh.
Creed, really?
Oh, they're fucking terrible.
My baby, I think I'm Eddie Vedder.
Get right. Pearl Jam's deal. So now I'm here. Sing these words.
I'm Christian.
Because I'm Christian.
What about Sting?
Sting?
Yeah, he didn't show up on Monday.
What about Sting's?
Oh, you mean like Sting the singer?
What about? Oh yeah, Sting.
Stained. S-T-A-I-N.
Oh, Sting. Oh, guys, totally, dude. Stain's first CD is amazing.
So wait, are you talking about the one that was before their first major one?
I'm
right?
talking about both of those. I'm talking about the one that was not even released, really.
Yeah, that one was really good. The fucking from like '96.
I even liked the one that was released, the Dysfunction or whatever it was.
Yeah, that one was. Yeah, they were all good up until like the fourth or fifth one.
Well, I didn't really like the second one that came out with the Fred Durst one, or you know what I mean.
So you didn't like Break the Cycle? I thought that was some good songwriting.
I think some of Break the Cycle was good, but I think some of it made me go, "Oh, these guys are changing." And then
Oh yeah, they went to commercial right then. But
Oh,
it was like when Metallica did that Black Album shit. It was good, but it was like okay. After that, it just that shit. You know, it was all the same shit.
Oh man, I loved.
I can with that all that bullshit.
And then Stained, I loved they had the hidden track on that song that was I loved that song. I loved that CD. I really did. I used to listen to that and Typo Negative World Coming Down like back to back, and then I almost killed myself a couple times. But no.
What about Power Man 5000?
I didn't like it. No.
PM 5K, baby.
Well, I was never.
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
Oh God, I hated them. I
all the
hated
fucking
them.
like it was on like Twisted Metal and shit.
I hate Power Man. You know what it is? I can't relate to it. I can't relate to like fun electro music, like or fun electro rock. I couldn't relate to that. Yeah, like when worlds collide, ready to blow.
I like that song. Man. I don't know why.
It's a good song. I just don't know anything else that they did though. I don't know. If
Wait, you never played Tony Hawk 2?
Yeah. No. I mean, you know what? It's the same reason at the time I didn't like Wayne Static. I didn't really dig Static X either because it was just kind of like I didn't. You know what I mean? I loved industrial music, but I just don't relate to the lyrics. I didn't understand. I don't care about the lyrics. They never made me go, oh, what's this song about? You know what I mean? Like, are you ready to go? It's just like Andrew WK. Yeah, if I'm at a party getting drunk.
I love Andrew WK.
If I'm at a party getting drunk and when it's time to party, we will party hard. Like, that was fun. But I never sat in a corner like, I'm going to put on Party Hard. Like, yeah, this song really relates to me. No.
I do it all the time.
No,
I fucking jam out.
Well, but I mean, that's your personality, though. So, I mean, if you relate to it with your personality, you can totally jam out to it. But I wasn't in... No, I wasn't in a good place.
Breaking bottles, throwing shit out windows. Good time.
Yeah, I wasn't down with that. I'm just not. Trust me, I had my broken ball nights, and if you played Andrew WK, I probably would have partied hard with it. I would have fucking had a blast. And I do enjoy Lady Gaga when I go out to a club, but I'm not.
Probably shouldn't admit that.
I don't give a fuck. She's creative, and
Just
I like it.
dance.
Hey, I saw the bitch in concert, so fuck all of you.
She's I really think I do like her, and
I gotta say real quick for those of the people
I'm
that
sure
are in the
you
part
would
of the
want to.
country, for those people who are in the part of the country that it already is, I've been in Thanksgiving mode for almost 8 hours. So happy Turkey Day, everybody! That except everyone except Jesse.
what happens at Thanksgiving? Do the German people serve Jews turkey?
They don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in Germany, dude.
They serve Jews?
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm glad my wife's still asleep.
Yeah, like even though you know Aaron had or Damon, what's his name now? I can't remember.
Fuck now. What the fuck, Aaron?
Aaron, there you go. Aaron something. I can't remember his name now. But yeah, I know. Even though he had that whiny voice, like he kind of had the Godsmacky voice when he sang too, like the. I feel my love, like
Aaron Lewis. There we go.
Aaron Lewis. Yeah, I still.
No, but he actually
enjoy it.
can do his thing. But
Yeah.
I think it's more the songwriting.
How about their?
I enjoy it.
I really love their Tool cover when they covered "Sober" from Tool. I love that. You ever hear that? Like the live, they did it awesome live, and then their cover of it on the CD was not as good. It was not good. Their cover live though, from like years before, they did it years before, and it sounded. I fucking loved it. And then they released it on the CD in the acoustic version, and it wasn't as good, unfortunately. I think that's Tool. I think that's my favorite Tool song of all time, and I come whenever I hear that song. And then Tool had to go and make that last CD that all sounded like a mush of the same thing trying to be complicated. But that's another story. Troy, are you alive? What's up?
Yeah, man.
It's just waiting for something that we can all talk about.
How's Halo going for you? No games?
Nah, just beating some people up on NHL right now, actually.
Yeah, you should be used to that, you fucking fantasy rapist. My God.
I feel like you're doing
Killing
math equations in your head right now.
Fucking killing me,
What are you
man.
doing?
It's just everything he's done is correct. It's unbelievable. He's just Godzilling the entire fucking fantasy. I know Cronin doesn't care because he hasn't set his lineup one time this entire thing and still managed to beat Tommy.
I don't even know how to play. I'm dead serious. Here's a little clip of Till. It sounds so echoey in these places. It's great. Yeah, you can't really hear it that well, but that's a great. If they'd played that version on a CD, it would have been great.
Now that's cool. They covered a band that was, pretty much in the same decade as them. Like, this doesn't happen a lot.
Look at this little fucking asshole, Latchland Mon, commenting on my Halo video, on my Halo Master Chief servers video. What a fucking bitch. He fucking, this little fucking...
Oh, is this the one that I got into with?
I don't know. No, this is someone else. He said Call of Duty is the best. Fuck Halo down the toilet. Yeah, without Halo, you wouldn't be playing Call of Duty. You fucking moron. What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
It's weird.
I don't know what that is. Hold on.
Not me. I just muted myself.
I have no idea what that is.
Sounds like a waterfall.
A vacuum cleaner or something.
I can see everybody in the thing, though. Everybody hear me?
That's gone now.
Oh.
You just went through another world.
I think it was Troy, because he was the only one that didn't say anything. You know? So.
No. I didn't do shit.
Oh, yeah, it's you.
It is.
It is Troy.
It just started when you were talking again.
Where have my baby been?
She gave me HIV again. All right, let's take it.
Don't call me daughter.
502, what's up?
Hey, I was just wanting to know, what do you think? What kind of questions do you think Stone Cold's gonna ask Vince McMahon?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
I'm glad you brought wrestling back up because we
have a
really
match,
good.
damn it. I think it all depends on where they want to go. Like, we're going to find out a lot of Stone Cold's involvement over the next few months based off this interview. If they want to work an angle,
my next paycheck?
If they want to work an angle, this is a great place to start it. It's live. It's,
What if
what pissed me off is if it's for nothing, because Stone Cold said a couple times, like, I'll only get involved in the WWE if it's something good. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm thinking there's got to be something here.
When did they start advertising Stone Cold's podcast on the WWE network and as well as on the shows and stuff? Because I've seen 2 shows so far broadcast, and I've never seen that before, so I wasn't sure whether or not it's been airing in segments that I've been seeing, at least on my channel.
Isn't it after Raw next week?
Yeah, but they started advertising his show a few months back. Like, sporadically, they would bring up the show that he's doing, his podcast. But as far as this live interview, they started making note of it on Survivor Series, I believe.
I think it would be interesting if Stone Cold ended up coming out saying he was going to have a match against somebody or something. That'd be cool. I don't think that'll happen, but I'm sure he'll ask him about all the old days and what Vince was thinking and that type of stuff.
He's taking fan questions as well.
On the internet right now.
Yeah.
10 questions that Stone Cold should ask Vince McMahon. One of them is about, today's product. Ask him about today's product. Why did he went PG? And,
that won't happen.
He's not going to say bad shit against WWE.
That won't.
I don't know. He's been coming out against the product as of late. The last few weeks, he's actually made some comments on his show about the weak product. So
I'll be
he might go after him.
I'll be downright shocked if you hear that. It'd be funny if he said to Vince, what about the PG stuff? And then Vince said, I think people like it though. What do you think? Well, hell, I think it sucks. Like, wouldn't that be great? But
it ain't right, Vince. It's garbage.
Damn, I think it sucks. No, but I don't think he's going to say anything like that. Honestly, I would love to hear that, but I don't think he will. What else you got on that list?
Oh, they was asking about certain wrestlers not getting pushed and stuff.
I hate those questions.
Yeah.
Those questions drive me fucking nuts.
It's on the internet. It's an article. All you gotta go is just like Google.com and you know on the news section and today, and just put Stone Cold Steve Austin and it'll pop up.
No, I'll take a look at it. I mean, you're right though. I don't mind those questions.
That was like the app fucking ad.
I think we can stop with the Dolph Ziggler stuff now. I think it was very justified like months ago, and justified for a while until they gave him the belt, until he had that push, and we'll see what happens from here on in. But I think that WWE is now finally, you know, re-acknowledged, you know, the appreciation that the crowd and the fans have with Dolph Ziggler and his talents and ability, and it seems like they're kind of almost to use, which is something that is noticeable.
Yeah.
So I think that we can lay off the Dolph push now because he's getting pushed now. He's
I
getting
don't
great.
believe that at all, dude. I think this is all just bullshit and distraction, and just to give us what we want so that they can get their network a little bit better off.
Oh
They're
yeah,
trying to-
God
they're
forbid them.
make-
God forbid try to save your fucking network. The thing that can.
No, dude,
make
for
the-
real. I mean, come on. This fucking shit is really some of the worst shit on television. Period.
You wouldn't know because you're not watching anyway.
Oh my
Well,
dude,
you
I,
know,
channel,
like
I would watch
No.
C7's fucking shit, and they're the worst. They're the fucking meat grinder of television. But would
I don't have a
stand
problem
before
with
I
people
go to these guys.
asking. I don't have a problem with people asking those questions like around, you know, to each other. But you can't ask. It's not like Stone Cold can actually ask Vince McMahon, why isn't this person getting pushed? For the simple reason he's not going to get an honest answer. What is he going to say? Oh, it's because we don't like. He fucked my daughter and I don't like him. Yeah, what answer are you going to get?
No, I was talking about Ziggler and all this other shit about everyone getting all happy because things are going the right way. They're not really.
With Ziggler,
The
they
thing
certainly
is,
are.
Vince McMahon feels that he know what the fans want. The thing is, he don't know neither. I know in a lot of cases we don't know what we want. But what make him think that he knows what we want?
Yeah.
He knows how to insult the hell out of our intelligence.
Yep. Well,
And I would say a great example of that is the Raw anonymous GM shit that's come back.
That was horrible.
Attention, please.
Hey, how about instead of the fucking, you know what I would say to Vince McMahon? I would say something that would really enrage Vince McMahon, by the way, because their mentality.
Randy fucked your daughter.
No, I wouldn't even say that. You know what I would say? I would
Can
say,
I have a job?
Hey, how about you? No, I'd say how about you push a black wrestler? How about that? And he would get
You know
pissed.
what I would say to him? How does it feel knowing that your son-in-law doing a way better job than your ass?
Damn.
Wow, that'd be great. Say that to him for sure.
NXT?
Right, NXT's great.
Man was inside your daughter like a turkey.
You know something, nothing face to face. 502, hey man, thanks for the call, buddy.
It's always face to face, Michael.
Good shit, man. And by the way, the Macho Man, the tease that is on WWE Network right now, that 25-minute documentary, go out and buy the DVD.
A website that is just, you know, pointed directly at the cheating market. Because let's face it, cheating could be $1 billion industry.
Well, it might be becoming that because, I mean, where am I going to go for love? I'm not going to go to those other sites because I'm afraid that person might have a boyfriend who wants to kill me, or like they might be lying to me. But I just Ashley Madison.
You go to the fucking S&M sites and you find out people's underneath parts, and then you you already know the real them. You don't go to fake ass sites where they tell you what they fucking the superficial shit.
I keep getting messages from Ashley Madison because I forgot I signed up to do that prank I think 2 years ago. So like every second email it's like, Ashley Madison, we found a match for you or something. And it's
I'm not going to any fucking S&M sites, Jesse. I don't need to go to your I'm not going to your red room of pain. Fuck that. What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, you damn right. We got tools in here.
I'm sure that the biggest one being you.
Hey man,
my God.
you know it's a good thing my car's next to the bedroom because I can hook the car battery up.
Oh jeez.
So Jesse deleted all his stuff today, and he was having issues with
freaked everybody out. Yeah.
With stuff. So that gave me the idea, the fact that Jesse was having real issues, because Tommy was like, "Tell me what's wrong with him and what's going on." So then I was like, "Well, I'm going to make up that Jesse wants money to be on the show," and I was like, I was like, let me do this. This will be funny, and I'll tell Tommy because I know Tommy will believe anything. Like, if one of you guys told me, like, if somebody told me, like Dave told me or Tommy even told me that, hey, Jesse wants money to be on the show, I would have laughed immediately. Like, I would have laughed out loud because I feel like I know Jesse.
No, yeah, exactly. You would have laughed because that's a bunch of shit.
And right, but it's just so funny that Tommy like believes that, like that could be possible. And that's why it's so funny. Like, he's so funny. Like, he's so New York or what, New Jersey?
Because
I don't know.
we're all, I think, and Tommy said we're all teetering on the edge of disaster at any fucking time.
Yeah.
So when something disastrous potentially does happen, it's like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, well, now Tommy
like,
thinks that like Jesse owes money to loan sharks and people who are scamming him. And you wouldn't believe the stuff. Like Jesse, your buddy over there.
Come on, Cronin, we gotta help him.
Joe, Jesse, your buddy that you talk about all the time. I'm not going to mention it here because I don't know how much you. You are not my wife. I'll hold you down all tonight. You are not my wife. You are not my wife. But I'll make you come. You are not my wife, but I'll make you come.
You can't sing, you dumb bastard.
I'll make you come. I will make you come tonight. I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. I am the beast tonight. As you orgasm in the light. In the light. In the light tonight.
Jesus Christ. Ramstein might buy that off of you.
Hold you down tonight.
I'll hold you down, you dumb bastard.
Soon to be a #1 hit from Ramstein.
Oh man, it's amazing the inspiration you can get from.
You're gonna hear that shit coming out, and you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
It's amazing what you can hear when you how you can get inspired from Ashley Madison, a website that that basically promotes cheating on your wife or husband.
Nice.
I think my song's better than theirs, which was like, it's like I don't like my wife, so I'm on this channel tonight. Like, it's like
I'd pay $1 for the Halloween nigga.
Halloween nigga's a little better, but I did like it was.
I know, I like this one.
Yeah.
This one's got more.
I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was bad. I just thought the other one was so original, though.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
It's just funny.
I think it's
especially if you're looting and shit. You got that in your headphones. Can't go wrong.
I think this one's the best when you're like, oh, it's a love song, and then all of a sudden, I'll hold you down tonight.
Isn't that how you love?
Because you are not my wife. All right.
It doesn't surprise me that there's now.
Try to find Tommy. I want to let you guys know I was working on a love song. I was on Ashley Madison the other day, and I was thinking about how wonderful Ashley Madison is for all you married people who want to get away from your women. And I wrote a love song inspired by it. So let's play that now while I try to find Tommy C, and we can continue monetize this. Here you go, a love song. I'd like to hear the new song I'm working on.
Yeah.
Here it goes. Yes. Yes. Yes, I want to be inside of you. 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 You text me and sext me at night. My erection shows as I send you the invite. Hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife. Open your mouth and take it in and out. Your pussy drips like ice, melting in the heat. You want to please, but first I have a treat. Open your mouth, you can take it in and out. Oh, open your mouth, you can take me in and out. Hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I'll hold you down tonight. You are not my wife, I'll hold you down tonight.
My wife's a woman. She thought that I was talking to her, and I wasn't, and hilarity ensued.
Welcome to Monetize This, everyone. Episode number 25. We are live. No intro needed tonight. Let's get right to the sexy. How about that?
Yeah.
Right to the sexy. Dave, what's up? Jesse's here too. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, my brothers?
We played a hell of a joke on Tommy earlier with Jesse. How about that?
Thought that was funny.
I'll probably
Pay
play
the man.
I'll probably pay the man. I'll probably play the clip of it again later for everybody. But welcome to Monetize This. Everybody who was waiting, I am sorry to start late, but you know, Leah came out of the shower and was like, "Hey, I wanted you to come in here with me." And that was at like 11:25, and I was like, "Well, I gotta get out of here."
That's what was going on when you told me to wait.
Yeah,
I've been sitting on dead air on fucking Skype for a half hour.
I have a great excuse for not being here.
It is a great excuse.
That is an epic excuse. Like that is like one of the only excuses. Like kids have to go to the hospital would be maybe number one, you know. But you know, girl wanted to hook up. You know, that's number two.
Well, you could have just said, "Hey, I'll call you back." Not left me on Skype for a half hour. I'm sitting there singing to myself and shit.
I didn't know I was gonna last that long. Is the problem? I didn't know that.
Surprised even you.
That's why I was like, "Oh, 5 minutes, I'll be right back."
Probably, but hey.
I was like, "Well, 5 minutes, I'll be back here. It'll be all set."
Right, 5 minutes. Optimistically, 5 minutes, I'll be right back. So I
you know, let me ask you something. This is weird. The more turned on I am, the longer it goes. Is that weird?
Really? I don't know. It's
the opposite of what.
Sex. My virginity has grown back, so it's like.
Well,
I've been married for 12 years.
I've done the same thing. Virginity comes back if you don't do it enough. You can't do it it goes quick. But no, for some reason, when I'm turned on, it lasts longer. When I'm not turned on, or like the other person doesn't care, they're just like, all right, let's do it. Like it just happens really quick because I think I start going into like a masturbation time. But like when somebody is like, oh yeah, you know, put it in me and let's go, and like you better do this. Like I start being like, it's fucking game time. You know?
Yeah, like World Series Game 7 type situation. I can see that.
It's really weird.
You're Madison Baumgartner of sex.
Yeah, that's why there was a girl I used to get mad at her because she'd be like, "Oh, come on, hurry up" and stuff, and I'd be like, "Well, but aren't you gonna be like, you suck, like, you know this." You know, I feel like
I can see that.
So I was like,
makes sense.
I would rather the girl be like crazy, but then girls that I used to hook up with back in 05 and like 06 or more 06, you know, they'd be like, I had some crazy chicks, and like one night, I mean, I came 3 times, but it was 6 hours, and it was like late at night, you know what I mean, like all night, and the fucking sun came up, and it was like wow. But then I can remember one girl being like, yeah, let's do it, and then she doesn't do anything, but we're doing it. And I was like, oh, and I was like, is she thinking that I suck? Because actually her sucking made me suck.
Yeah, well, see, it's like, I guess with anything, if you don't think the other person's into it, you don't really give a fuck. And
right.
Like, I guess an orgasm can be like, or
like the more if you lay there, I'm just gonna, it's not even gonna be anything. It's gonna be like, ooh, I'm gonna be like 5 inches. 4 inches or 5 inches, and I'm just gonna be like, and then just it's over. But if you're like, let's go, daddy, like let's do this, I'll like, and it gets crazy. I last longer. Like it's like becomes like a fucking like a triathlon or something. I don't know what it is. I think that's opposite though. I feel like the sexier the girl acts and is, usually guys go, oh, but it's the opposite with me. It makes me go, no, it's game time now.
I think
where-
it's true when you're younger. I think
All
when
right,
you're
when you're
younger,
okay.
the hotter the girl is and the more sexy it is, the quicker you're going to come. But as you get older and sex becomes more of a routine thing, you need that fucking passion. You need that goddamn that sexiness to get you up for it, you know, literally and metaphorically.
But
So,
it doesn't
that makes
just
sense.
it won't just get me up for it though. It will keep me going with it. Is what the point
Well,
is
that's what I'm
here.
saying, like getting you up, like the Madison Bob Gardner type thing, like Game Time, you know, like
Jesse, you know what we're talking about.
Jesse's never had sex.
That's bullshit. I fucked him twice.
Yeah, but that's receiving, not taking. He
You there?
didn't put his dick in you.
You there, Jesse? No, he's just.
It's gonna be one of those shows.
Well, where's Tommy? Is what I want to know. What the hell happened to him? Is he dead?
He might be dead.
All right, I'm gonna try to find Tommy. Well, I try.